You don't build muscle at the gym, you break it there. The building happens after, while you're sitting at your desk, while you're sleeping, while you're doing absolutely nothing. And most people are completely screwing up that part. When you train, this is what's actually happening inside your muscles. Your brain sends a signal. Motor neurons fire. Muscle fibers contract. And when the load is heavy enough, your body recruits bigger, more powerful fibers, the ones with actual growth potential. Most people understand that part. What they get wrong is when muscle fiber is under load, especially while it's lengthening, it physically deforms. The fiber senses that tension, triggers a molecular signal called mTORC1, and that signal tells your body to start building new protein, more protein, bigger fiber. That's hypertrophy. A 2025 review out of McMaster University, one of the top sports science programs in the world, confirmed that your muscle doesn't need to be torn to grow. It just needs to be loaded, which means it's the tension that does the work and not the damage you are so eager to flex. So that soreness you've been chasing? Inflammation. Your body is cleaning up. It's not a growth signal. Marathon runners are destroyed for a week after a race. They don't come back with bigger legs. Where it gets worse for you specifically is this next part. Muscle protein synthesis, the actual building process, peaks around 24 hours after your session. By 48 hours, it's basically back to baseline. Done. Window closed. So if you're training pull-ups on Monday and not touching your back again until next Monday, your muscles were growing for 2 days, then sitting there for 5. That soreness you still feel on Thursday? That's just your body still doing cleanup while the construction crew already went home. Training each muscle twice a week isn't just better. It's the difference between your muscles spending 2 days growing or 4. And the lowering part of every rep. That's where you're leaving the most on the table. Your muscles can handle about 40% more force on the way down than on the way up. The lowering phase of a pull-up, the descent of a dip, that's where the tension is highest. That's where mTORC1 gets hit hardest. Most people treat the lowering like it's the commute between reps. Drop down fast, pull up again, count the rep. But the rep you counted? Your muscles cared most about the part you rushed. Slow the lowering down, 3 seconds minimum. Your gains are going banana just from that one change. One bad night of sleep reduces muscle protein synthesis by 18%. Not a week of bad sleep, one night. 1 week of sleeping 5 hours drops your testosterone by 10 to 15%. Same decline you'd expect from aging 10 years, in 1 week. There was a study where 2 groups ate the exact same diet, same calorie deficit. The only difference was sleep. The group sleeping less lost 60% more muscle and 55% less fat. Same food, different results. You've been tracking your protein down to the gram. You slept 6 hours and scrolled until 1 a.m. That's the problem. Sleep is half the recovery equation. The other half is protein, and most people are getting this wrong too. mTORC1 just told your body to build new muscle, but it needs raw materials. If your protein is off, that signal fires and nothing gets built. You basically paid for a construction crew and forgot to order the materials. The problem is most people have no idea how much they're actually eating. Studies show people underestimate their food intake by up to 50%. You think you're eating 2,000 calories, you're eating 3,000. Or the opposite. You think you're eating enough protein, but you're not. MacroFactor fixes this. It's a nutrition app that tracks your food, learns your metabolism, and adjusts your targets every week based on how your body is actually responding. It also adjusts every week. So if your metabolism slows down or speeds up, the plan moves with it. Not stuck on the numbers you entered on day 1. It builds around you, not the other way around. A photo logging makes it easy. Snap your plate, it calculates the macros. Use code YELLOWDUDE for a free 14-day trial. Link in the description. Load your muscles progressively, harder over time, not just more reps of the same thing. Body weight doesn't mean you can't progressively overload. Harder variations, slower eccentrics, weighted vest. Your muscles need increasing tension. Same pull-ups forever is not progressive overload. That's just maintenance. Slow the lowering phase on every rep. 3 seconds down, every set. Sleep. Minimum 7 hours. This isn't a lifestyle tip. It's literally where the growth happens. For the full breakdown of sets, frequency, how many days, we already covered that. Your soreness will peak around day 2 and hang around until day 3 or 4. Your muscles finished building around hour 48. They were done before your soreness even peaked. So next time you limp out of a session thinking you crushed it, you probably did. But the crushing part is over. What happens in the next 48 hours is the whole game. And most people spend those 48 hours sleeping badly, skipping protein, and waiting to feel less sore before they train again. Your muscles don't grow because they hurt. They grow because you loaded them, fed them, and got out of the way. Feed it right with the help of Macro Factor. Code YELLOWDUDE. Links in the description.